Asheville is a city in and the county seat of Buncombe County, North Carolina, United States. It is the largest city in western North Carolina, and the 11th largest city in North Carolina. The city's population was 83,393 according to the 2010 United States Census. It is the principal city in the four-county Asheville metropolitan area, with a population of 424,858 in 2010. Asheville is home to the United States National Climatic Data Center, the world's largest active archive of weather data. History. Origins. Before the arrival of the Europeans, the land where Asheville now exists lay within the boundaries of the Cherokee Nation. In 1540, Spanish explorer Hernando de Soto came to the area, bringing the first European visitors along with European diseases, which seriously depleted the native population. The area was used as an open hunting ground until the middle of the 19th century. The history of Asheville, as a town, began in 1784. In that year, Colonel Samuel Davidson and his family settled in the Shenandoah Valley, redeeming a soldier's land grant from the state of North Carolina. Soon after building a log cabin at the bank of Christian Creek, Davidson was lured into the woods by a band of Cherokee hunters and killed. Davidson's wife, child and female slave fled on foot overnight to Davidson's fort 16 miles away. In response to the killing, Davidson's twin brother Major William Davidson and brother-in-law Colonel Daniel Smith formed an expedition to retrieve Samuel Davidson's body and avenge his murder. Months after the expedition, Major Davidson and other members of his extended family returned to the area and settled at the mouth of Beetree Creek. The United States Census of 1790 counted 1,000 residents of the area, excluding the Cherokee Native Americans. Buncombe County was officially formed in 1792. The county seat, named Morristown in 1793, was established on a plateau where two old Indian trails crossed. In 1797, Morristown was incorporated and renamed Asheville after North Carolina Governor Samuel Ashe. The Civil War. Asheville, with a population of approximately 2,500 by 1861, remained relatively untouched by the Civil War, but contributed a number of companies to the Confederate States Army, and a substantially smaller number of soldiers to the Union. For a time, an Enfield rifle manufacturing facility was located in the town. The war came to Asheville as an afterthought, when the Battle of Asheville was fought in early April 1865 at the present-day site of the University of North Carolina at Asheville, with Union forces withdrawing to Tennessee after encountering resistance from a small group of Confederate senior and junior reserves, and recuperating Confederate soldiers in prepared trench lines across the Buncombe Turnpike. Orders had been given to the Union force to take Asheville. Only if this could be accomplished without significant losses. An engagement was also fought later that month at Shenandoah Gap as part of the larger Stoneman's Raid, with Union forces retreating in the face of resistance from Brig. Gen. Martin, commander of Confederate troops in western North Carolina, but returning to the area via Howard's Gap and Henderson County. In late April 1865, troops under the overall command of Union Gen. Stoneman captured Asheville. Hartley. Stoneman's Raid, p. 362. After a negotiated departure, the troops nevertheless subsequently returned and plundered and burned a number of Confederate supporters' homes in Asheville. The years following the war were a time of economic and social hardship in Buncombe County, as throughout most of the defeated South. 1880s. On October 2, 1880, the Western North Carolina Railroad completed its line from Salisbury to Asheville, the first rail line to reach the city. Almost immediately it was sold and resold to the Richmond and Danville Railroad Company, becoming part of the Southern Railway in 1894. With the completion of the first railway, Asheville experienced a slow but steady growth as industrial plants increased in number and size, and new residents built homes. Textile mills were established and plants were set up for the manufacture of wooden microproducts, foodstuffs, and other commodities. The 21-mile distance between Hendersonville and Asheville of the former Asheville and Spartanburg Railroad was completed in 1886. By that point, the line was operated as part of the Richmond and Danville Railroad until 1894 and controlled by the Southern Railway afterward. Asheville had the first electric street railway lines in the state of North Carolina, the first of which opened in 1889. These would be replaced by buses in 1934. 1900s to present. Asheville prospered in the decades of the 1910s and 1920s and at one point was the third largest city in the state, behind Charlotte and Wilmington. The Great Depression, the period of Asheville's history made world famous by the novel Look Homeward, Angel, hit Asheville quite hard. On November 20, 1938, local banks failed. Only Wachovia remained open with infusions of cash from Winston-Salem. Because of the explosive growth of the previous decades, the per capita debt owed by the city was the highest in the nation. By 1929, both the city and Buncombe County had incurred over $56 million in bonded debt to pay for a wide range of municipal and infrastructure improvements, including City Hall, the water system, Bocaccia Tunnel, and Asheville High School. Rather than default, the city paid those debts over a period of 50 years. From the start of the Depression through the 1980s, economic growth in Asheville was slow. During this time of financial stagnation, most of the buildings in the downtown district remained unaltered. Therefore, Asheville has one of the most impressive comprehensive collections of Art Deco architecture in the United States. On July 15, 1916, the Asheville area was subject to severe flooding from the remnants of a tropical storm which caused more than $3 million in damage. In September 2004, remnants of Hurricanes Francis and Ivan caused major flooding in Asheville, particularly at Biltmore Village. In 2003, Centennial Olympic Park bomber Eric Robert Rudolph was transported to Asheville from Murphy, North Carolina, for arraignment in federal court. Nationwide recognition. Asheville pops up on national rankings for a variety of things. A New Age Mecca, the new free capital of the U.S., one of the 50 most alive places to be, the happiest city for women, one of the best places to reinvent your life, one of the best outside towns, one of the top 7 places to live in the U.S., one of the 10 most beautiful places in America, one of the 25 best places for business and careers, and one of 20 great cities for writers. Asheville has been listed as one of the top 25 small cities for art in American Style magazine's annual list from 2000 to 2012 and has reigned the champion beer city USA each year from 2009 to 2012. Dozens of microbreweries dot the downtown and major producers, including New Belgium Brewing Company, are in the process of building in or near the city. In his 2008 book The Geography of Bliss, author Eric Weiner cited Asheville as one of the happiest places in the United States. Recent national accolades: the 9 most romantic cities in the South. The Huffington Post, March 2015. American America's Best Beer Cities. Condé Nast Traveler, January 2015. Best City in America for locavores. The Daily Meal, 2014. The Hippie Capital of the South. Huffington Post, 2014. Number 1 Most Popular City for Retirement out of 900 plus U.S. cities. Top Retirements. Com, 2014. Number 1 Town to Live and Work in as a Movie Maker Magazine, 2014. One of 6 top alternative travel destinations for 2014. Men's Journal and Business Insider, 2014. One of 20 cities you should visit in your 20s. Huffington Post, 2014. Number 1 of 12 dreamy towns for vegan living. VegNews, 2013. One of 10 tastiest towns in the South. Southern Living, 2013. Hippest city in the South for Doors. The Carolinas and AMP, Georgia, 2013. One of America's best river towns. Outside, 2012. Number 1 Beer City USA. Imbibe Magazine Online Poll, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. Most romantic place in USA and Canada. About Asheville and the surrounding mountains are also popular in the autumn when fall foliage peaks in October. The scenic Blue Ridge Parkway runs through the area and near the Biltmore Estate. Geography. Asheville is located in the Blue Ridge Mountains at the confluence of the Swannoa River and the French Broad River. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 45.3 square miles, of which 44.9 square miles is land and 0.31 square miles, or 0.66%, is water. Climate. The climate of Asheville is a humid subtropical climate, resembling the rest of the Piedmont region of the southeastern U.S., but with noticeably cooler temperatures due to the higher altitude. It is part of USDA Hardiness Zone 7A. The area's summers in particular, though warm, are not as hot as summers in cities farther east in the state. The July daily average temperature is 73.8 degrees Fahrenheit and there is an average of only 9.4 days with 90 degrees Fahrenheit plus highs annually. The last time a calendar year has passed without 90 degrees Fahrenheit readings is 2009. Moreover, warm nights where the low remains at or above 70 degrees Fahrenheit are much more uncommon than 90 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures. Winters are cool, with a January daily average of 37.1 degrees Fahrenheit and highs remaining at or below freezing on 5.5 days. Official record temperatures range from -16 degrees Fahrenheit on January 21, 1985 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit on August 21, 1983. The record cold daily maximum is 4 degrees Fahrenheit on February 4, 1895, while, conversely, the record warm daily minimum is 77 degrees Fahrenheit on July 17, 1887. Readings as low as 0 degrees Fahrenheit or as high as 95 degrees Fahrenheit rarely occur, the last occurrences being January 7, 2014 and July 1, 2012, respectively. The average window for freezing temperatures is October 17 to April 18, allowing a growing season of 181 days. Precipitation is relatively well spread and averages 45.6 inches annually, but has historically ranged from 22.79 in 1925 to 75.22 in 2013. Snowfall is sporadic, averaging 9.9 inches per winter, but actual seasonal accumulation varies considerably from one winter to the next. Accumulation has ranged from trace amounts in 2011-12 to 48.2 inches in 1968-69. freezing rain often occurs, accompanied by more significant disruption. Neighborhoods north includes the neighborhoods of Albemarle Park, Beaver Dam, Beaver Lake, Chestnut Hills, Colonial Heights, 5 Points, Grove Park, Hillcrest, Kimberly, Klondike, Montford, and Norwood Park. Chestnut Hill, Grove Park, Montford, and Norwood Park neighborhoods are listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Montford and Albemarle Park have been named local historic districts by the Asheville City Council. East includes the neighborhoods of Kenilworth, Beverly Hills, Chuns Cove, Hall Creek, Oakley, Otine, Reynolds, Riceville, and Town Mountain. West includes the neighborhoods of Camelot, Wilshire Park, Bear Creek, Beaverview Park, Emma, Hiawatha Park, Lucerne Park, Malvern Hills, Sulphur Springs, Hayward Road, and Pisgah View. South includes the neighborhoods of Ballantrae, Biltmore Village, Biltmore Park, Oak Forest, Royal Pines, Shiloh, and Skyland. Biltmore Village has been named a local historic district by the Asheville City Council. Architecture. Notable architecture in Asheville includes its Art Deco City Hall, and other unique buildings in the downtown area, such as the Battery Park Hotel, the original of which was 475 feet long with numerous dormers and chimneys, the neo-Gothic Jackson Building, the first skyscraper on Pack Square, Grove Arcade, one of America's first indoor shopping malls, and the Basilica of St. Lawrence. The S&W Cafeteria Building is also a fine example of Art Deco architecture in Asheville. The Grove Park Inn is an important example of architecture and design of the arts and crafts movement. Asheville's recovery from the Depression was slow and arduous. Because of the financial stagnation, there was little new construction and much of the downtown district remained unaltered. This, however, has allowed Asheville to be a great collection of Art Deco and truly a style all its own. The Montford Area Historic District and other central areas are considered historic districts and include Victorian houses. On the other hand, Biltmore Village, located at the entrance to the famous estate, showcases unique architectural features that are found only in the Asheville area. It was here that workers stayed during the construction of George Vanderbilt's estate. Today, however, as with many of Asheville's historical districts, it has been transformed into a district home to quaint, trendy shops and interesting boutiques. The YMI Cultural Center, founded in 1892 by George Vanderbilt in the heart of downtown, is one of the nation's oldest African-American cultural centers. Demographics. Asheville is the larger principal city of the Asheville-Brevard CSA, a combined statistical area that includes the Asheville metropolitan area and the Brevard micropolitan area, which had a combined population of 398,505 at the 2000 census. At the 2000 census, there were 68,889 people, 30,690 households and 16,726 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,683.4 per square mile. There were 33,567 housing units at an average density of 820.3 per square mile. The racial composition of the city was 77.95% white, 17.61% black or African American, 3.76% Hispanic or Latino American, 0.92% Asian American, 0.35% Native American, 0.06% Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, 1.53% some other race, and 1.58% two or more races. There were 30,690 households, of which 22.2% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 38.1% were married couples living together. 13.0% had a female householder with no husband present, and 45.5% were non-families. 36.8% of all households were made up of individuals, and 13.8% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.14 and the average family size was 2.81. Age distribution was 19.6% under the age of 18, 10.3% from 18 to 24, 28.7% from 25 to 44, 23.1% from 45 to 64, and 18.3% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 39 years. For every 100 females, there were 87.8 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 84.9 males. The median household income was $32,772, and the median family income was $44,029. Males had a median income of $30,463 versus $23,488 for females. The per capita income for the city was $20,024. About 13% of families and 19% of the population were below the poverty line, including 24.9% of those under age 18 and 10.1% of those age 65 or over. Religion. Asheville is the third most religious city in North Carolina, after Winston-Salem and Charlotte, with 51.43% of the population being religiously affiliated. Christianity is the predominant religion, with the majority of affiliates being Baptist. Methodism is the second largest, followed by Catholicism and Presbyterianism. The next largest Christian groups are Pentecostals and Episcopalians, followed by Lutherans and Latter-day Saints, with the remaining Christians being affiliated with other denominations and churches. Judaism is the second largest religion in Asheville, after Christianity. Eastern religions and Islam make up the religious minority. Asheville is the headquarters of the Episcopal Diocese of Western North Carolina, which is seated at the Cathedral of All Souls. Asheville is also an important city for North Carolinian Catholics, who make pilgrimages to the Basilica of St. Lawrence. Metropolitan area. Asheville is the largest city located within the Asheville MSA. The MSA includes Buncombe County, Haywood County, Henderson County, and Madison County, with a combined population, as of the 2014 Census Bureau, population estimate of 442,316. Apart from Asheville, the MSA includes Hendersonville and Waynesville, along with a number of smaller incorporated towns: Biltmore Forest, Black Mountain, Canton, Clyde, Flat Rock, Fletcher, Hot Springs, Laurel Park, Maggie Valley, Mars Hill, Marshall, Mills River, Montreat, Weaverville and Woodfin. Several sizable unincorporated rural and suburban communities are also located nearby: Arden, Barnardsville, Bent Creek, Candler, Enca, Fairview, Jupiter, Lester, Otine, Skyland, and Swannanoa. Economy. Largest employers according to the city's 2009 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report. The largest employers in the city are: politics. Local government. The City of Asheville operates under a council-manager form of government via its charter. The City Council appoints a city manager, a city attorney, and a city clerk. In the absence or disability of the mayor, the vice mayor performs the mayoral duties. The vice mayor is appointed by the members of City Council. City Council determines the needs to be addressed and the degree of service to be provided by the administrative branch of city government. In 2005, Mayor Charles Worley signed the U.S. Conference of Mayors Climate Protection Agreement, and in 2006 the City Council created the Sustainable Advisory Committee on Energy and the Environment. In 2007, the council became the first city on the East Coast to commit to building all municipal buildings to LEED Gold standards and to achieve 80% energy reduction of 2001 standards by 2040. Also, in 2007, the council signed an agreement with Warren Wilson College stating the intent of the city and college to work together towards climate partnership goals. Controversy. In 2009, a group of Asheville citizens challenged the legitimacy of Cecil Bodwell's election to the city council, citing the North Carolina Constitution, which does not permit atheists to hold public office. Bodwell has described himself as a post-theist rather than an atheist and is a member of the local Unitarian Universalist congregation. The opponents to his election never filed suit. In response to the charge, legal scholars explained that the U.S. Supreme Court held in Torcaso v. Watkins that religious tests for political office are unconstitutional. Mr. Bodwell served his 4-year council term and was re-elected in 2013. While the city council elections are non-partisan, party politics may enter into play with both Republican and Democratic counterparts backing the registered member's candidacy. An effort by the council to return to partisan elections was defeated by voters in a referendum held in November 2007. Current elected officials: Mayor Esther Mannheimer, Vice Mayor Gun Whistler, Council Cecil Bodwell, Council Brian Haynes, Council Julie Mayfield, Council Gordon Smith, Council Keith Young. In May 2015, an audit showed the Asheville police wrote nearly 500 traffic tickets while using uncalibrated radar guns. Police Chief Steve Belcher states the department has already put in place better documentation to solve the problems, but has not addressed the legal or financial harm caused by his department to innocent citizens. State government. In the North Carolina Senate, Terry Van Duyn and Tom Apodaca both represent parts of Buncombe County. The Van Duyn represents most of the city of Asheville. Apodaca represents a small portion of the southern part of Asheville. In the North Carolina House of Representatives, Susan Fisher, John Ager, and Brian Turner all represent parts of the county. All three of them represent parts of the city, although the majority of it is in Fisher's district. Federal government. In the 2012 presidential election, Barack Obama won the entirety of Buncombe County with 55% of the vote. Obama has visited the city on a few occasions. In April 2010, he and his family vacationed in the city. It was the first time he visited since October 5, 2008. North Carolina is represented in the United States Senate by Richard Burr and Tom Tillis. The city of Asheville is based in both North Carolina's 10th Congressional District and North Carolina's 11th Congressional District, represented by Patrick McHenry and Mark Meadows respectively. Education. Public Asheville City Schools include Asheville High School, School of Inquiry and Life Sciences at Asheville, Asheville Middle School, Claxton Elementary, Randolph Learning Center, Hall Fletcher Elementary, Isaac Dixon Elementary, Ira B. Jones Elementary and Vance Elementary. Asheville High has been ranked by Newsweek magazine as one of the top 100 high schools in the United States. The Buncombe County school system operates high schools, middle schools and elementary schools both inside and outside the city of Asheville. Clyde A. Irwin High School, T.C. Robertson High School and A.C. Reynolds High School are three Buncombe County schools located in Asheville. Asheville was formerly home to one of the only Sudbury schools in the southeast, Cartwell Sudbury School. It is also home to several charter schools, including Francine Delaney New School for Children and Evergreen Community Charter School, an outward-bound expeditionary learning school, recognized as one of the most environmentally conscious schools in the country. Two private residential high schools are located in the Asheville area, the all-male Christ School and the co-educational Asheville School. Other private schools include Carolina.The School, Veritas Christian Academy and Asheville Christian Academy. Colleges. Asheville and its surrounding area have several institutions of higher education: Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College, Black Mountain College, Shaw University College of Adult and Professional Education ABE, Brevard College, Mars Hill University, Montreat College, University of North Carolina at Asheville, Warren Wilson College, Western Carolina University, Blue Ridge Community College. Transportation. Asheville is served by Asheville Regional Airport in nearby Fletcher, North Carolina, and by Interstate 40, Interstate 240, and Interstate 26. A milestone was achieved in 2003 when Interstate 26 was extended from Mars Hill to Johnson City, Tennessee, completing a 20-year $500 million construction project through the Blue Ridge Mountains. Work continues to improve Interstate 26 from Mars Hill to Interstate 40 by improving U.S. Route 19 and U.S. Route 23 and the western part of Interstate 240. This construction will include a multi-million-dollar bridge to cross the French Broad River. The city operates Asheville Redefines Transit, which consists of 16 bus lines providing service throughout the city of Asheville and to Black Mountain, North Carolina. The Norfolk Southern Railway passes through the city, though passenger service is currently not available in the area.